did the interview with her, as you saw, and then we had a really nice connection, and yeah, it was like a really kind of intimate interview where we both shared about stuff, as you saw. And then afterwards, we off camera, I was chatting to her, and then I said, I'd love it if you come along to this little event I've set up. Would you be free on, I think it was like 21st of November or something? And then she checked her diary and she said, yeah, I'm free, I'll come along.
Nice.
As long as, yeah, it was cool. As long as nothing else came up, like if any work come up, she might have had to make that a priority. But on the day she came along, and she brought her husband as well, who's like, he won't be well known as well known as her, but he's like over here quite a well-known TV director. He's directed loads of popular programs like Red Dwarf and Bottom and loads of other stuff. And they were just really down to earth, and they got stuck in and joined in on the activities. And that was one of those moments that was, like I said, when you prove to yourself you can do things, you have more belief to do more. So I was like stood there, and there was 80 people who turned up who had anxiety and shyness and stuff, and it was just, I couldn't believe that I set that up. There was the inspiration got me there, and the inspiration was bigger than the fear that I had and the anxiety I had about it. So that's how that happened. And then, cut a long story short, after that, I run regular groups in London, and we set up have you heard of Meetup? Meetup.com.
Yeah, I've heard.
Yeah, it's just like a face-to-face social networks. You set up events on there. So I set one up for, it's called the London Shyness Group. Yeah. And people started coming to that, and we had regular meetups, and then other people wanted to host their own meetups, and now it's like grown to 15,000 people. I'm not involved in it anymore because I moved away, but it just shows like how many people can relate to the things that I was sharing. And all those years ago, I thought it was just me. You tend to think it's just you when you've got things going on, but there's so many people who have the kind of similar things going on. We all have stuff going on at different points of our lives. So yeah, that was a really fun time, and it was a time of growth for me. And when I look back, I'm kind of glad. In some ways, I do regret not starting an art career earlier, but I feel like over the past 20 years, I've had more life experience. I've got so much to paint about now that it might have gone very differently if I did it from, like, went to university to study art. And yeah, who knows where I'll be, but I'm here, and this is the way I went. So I'm just grateful that I did get started again.
Yeah, so am I. I think it's worked out the right way it's supposed to for you. I think you're gonna take over with it. It's gonna be awesome.
Thanks, man.
And I love like talking about this stuff too. Is I've sort of had issues with anxiety in the past as well, and so I love how you set that up. That's like awesome. I wouldn't have never thought to do that. Like you said, when it's happening to you, you think you're the only one that it's happening to.
Yeah, you do. Yeah, I like having these conversations because you have some interviews and it's all like surface level talking about achievements and stuff like that. But it's good to go a bit deeper and see behind the person and their psyche and their anxieties and stuff. It makes it a bit more deeper, doesn't it?
Yeah, for sure. And next thing I want to ask you is, what's your top 3 books? Like, you do a lot of reading?
Yeah, I do. God, that's a difficult one. I don't know the top 3 in order, but I'll say 3 of the ones I go back to regularly. There's one, Tao Te Ching by Lao Tzu. It's I can't remember when it was written. It's over 500 years ago, and it was translated into English. So it's like short parables about life, and it's just a nice, relaxing book to read. And I listen to it on audio quite often when I'm just doing other things. Have you heard of that one?
I have recently. I did an interview with some guys, holistic meditation and freedom, like they also known as Freedom Renegades, and that they put me onto that as well. I haven't read it yet though, so
Oh, okay,
it's
yeah,
exciting that you brought it up.
yeah. Have a look and let me know what you think.
Yeah,
Take your time with it. It's not. It's quite a meditative book. It's not something you'd read through quickly. It's just like
yeah,
words you contemplate, but it's good. Yeah. And what else? Like Kapil Gupta's book, there's one called Direct Truth. It's kind of on a similar thread to Tao Te Ching, but it's newer. It's only written like 5 years ago, but it's just conversations between him and clients about speaking the truth about the way things work in life. It's just really direct. Obviously, the name Direct Truth, but it's quite a short book that you can read in an hour. But it's, for example, it's got like truth about anger, and then it's got a little conversation. So it's like, rather than reading someone's techniques, it's reading about someone talking to someone else about it and seeing their insights into it. It's really good. And the third one, what else do I read regularly? I don't know, one that comes up, but I haven't read for a while. But it's a really good one for perspective. It's the Man's Search for Meaning by Viktor Frankl. Time during the Holocaust, and he survived it, and then he created a therapy that he helped others with, and it's just, oh god, it's just so obviously so dark in some places, but it's a really hopeful story. And it, when we get caught up in life, we kind of worry about small things, and this kind of reading this now and again is like, god, we're really lucky for what we have.
yeah.
Puts things into perspective for sure.
Yeah, that sounds like an incredible read right there.
Yeah.
Which brings me to my next thing. You've got two of your own books out.
Yeah. I published a one on anxiety, social anxiety inside out. So I published it in 2013, and then I can laugh about it now. The irony is I depublished it because I was anxious about having the work out there. So it was unpublished for years, and then I was chatting to someone late last year, and I thought, bugger it, I'll republish it. It's not about me. It's not about what people think of me. It's just getting my words out there, and people can take it or leave it. And it was written like nearly 10 years ago now. So obviously my perspectives have changed since then. We've all grown as people in 10 years, but like the principles behind it, and it's got my story about social anxiety as well. So even if it helps one person and it's out there, it's, yeah, the way I see it, it's worth having it there. And then I published my book, Art, Life and Creativity, which is a book of quotes that inspire me, and accompanying drawings that I've done and paintings. So I started this through lockdown. I had an idea to create this book with quotes with my artwork. I put it all together, and then what was on about the book? Yeah, I started doing it through lockdown, and then I was really excited about it. And then all of a sudden, I had massive doubts. I was like, "Oh, no one wants to read this. Who wants to see my art? It's rubbish." So I shelved it until the end of last year again. So the driver, before I go into a bit more about the book, the driver for this was after my kidney transplant. I was like, wow, I've got a new lease of life. I'm just gonna put stuff out there and not worry about what people think. So I published that book as well around at the same time I republished the anxiety one. And the book contains art from 2019 until 2021, I think. So it hasn't got any of my latest stuff, but it's like, it feels like a good kind of collection from the first 2 years of my artwork. So looking back at that, it'd be quite cool to document that. And I'll look back and probably be grateful that I did it in like 20, 30 years or whatever. And I sold some copies in my studio. And then this one guy, he was a lawyer. He came and bought a copy, and he went out and he read it on the bench. He like flicked through it, and he took the time to come back in and say thank you to me. And he said, "I really enjoyed your book." I sat there for half an hour with a cup of coffee, and he just read the book and like really enjoyed it. It's so lovely to hear, because that was the kind of intention I had to create the book. It's not like, obviously it's not a book you read straight through. It's like a book if you need inspiration or just kind of to reflect on. And it was nice to hear that. So that's another thing out there in the world that I'm letting go of, like worrying about having to sell it or anything like that. It's just there, and if people are attracted to it, then that's cool. And then hopefully I'll do another one of when I have some more art to put in. Yeah,
what an incredible feeling that would be, and someone coming in too telling you that.
yeah.
That's
Yeah,
awesome.
cool. Yeah,
hopefully we get another one going. Another piece of artwork. Oh, sorry.
No, carry on. That's all right. Yeah.
That I've seen that I like is the 1.2 billion seconds one.
Oh, thank you.
That is awesome. That's obviously your life, hey, till that.
Yeah, that's right. I found photos, one a year from the baby up until I was 38. So 1.2 billion seconds is the amount of time that I was on the planet at the time of when I created it. So that was in like January 2021. I'll go and grab it. Yeah,
wow.
so I've done.
That's
I need
awesome.
to frame it because it's a bit wonky at the moment. But yeah, I did all these individual drawings and then mounted them on a bit of card. So I did it probably over a month or something, just not consistently one a day, but might have done a couple of one day and then missed out. But I really enjoyed going through that, and it was like with how I find art all the time. It's like a reflection on my life as well, because when you look back at photos, when you look back at childhood photos, you're instantly taken back there. So when I was going through all of my photos from birth till 38, it just made me think of those periods, and it was like, wow, what a reflection, what a journey I've been on. So that's I'm going to get that framed soon, so it's a bit nicer.